Imagine scoring 289 goals in 40 league matches, an average of 7.2 goals per game, and 340 in all competitions in just a single season. Incredibly, those were the astonishing goal figures from former Manchester City frontman Paul Molden when he played for the all-conquering Bolton Lads club at the age of just 14 in the 1981-82 season. The feat earned him a place in the Guinness Book of Records. They are the sort of goal tallies that would leave even current City striker Erling Haaland in the shade.
Then when Molden joined his club Manchester City in 1984, he played in the side that won the FA Youth Cup in 1986, scoring 9 goals en route to their success. Now 56, he recalled, "Before I joined City, I had Blackburn, Bolton, Manchester United, Leeds, Everton and Arsenal all desperately trying to sign me.
It was very flattering." He was even invited to Old Trafford when Dave Sexton was manager and had Sir Matt Busby meet him to clearly impress and lure the teenager. Read more football news. Denise's menace. My dad's a Prem legend, but now I'm making my own way as Love Island star. Fab £30. Get £30 in free bets when you place any amount on any sports market with Sky Bet. Molden said, "There was something about United I didn't like.
My dad, an ex-pro, told me I should only join a club where I felt comfortable. He chose his boyhood club instead and said, as soon as I walked into City I knew that was it." "I had 3 heroes growing up, Bolton striker Neil Watmore and City idols Peter Barnes and Trevor Francis.
He made his senior first-team debut for the club on New Year's Day 1986, aged 18 under Billy McNeil. Molden said, "You never forget your debut. It was great getting those first minutes.
It was at Aston Villa, a fantastic ground. Most read in football tragic death tragedy in Germany after fan dies during top-flight clash as fans fall silent. Burnley 0 Arsenal 5 Havertz completes route after game delayed due to Ramsey horror injury. Ramsey scare. Burnley vs Arsenal delayed after horror injury as star given oxygen on field. Topping up how much Prem clubs rake in on match days with Spurs taking £71 per fan. He only played one more league game in the 1985-86 season as a sub. But the teenager started to make an impact in the following campaign, scoring 4 in 4 games to quickly earn the nickname from City fans.
Golden Molden. He said, "I was awestruck when my hero Barnsley returned for a second spell at City, so I was able to play in the same side. He was still a stunning player in the latter stages of his career." Phil Foden brutally trolls Micah Richards live on TV over £600 a week barber trips and reveals how much his trim costs. Molden's best season was his last at Main Road when he netted 17 goals in the 1988-89 campaign to help City get promoted back to the top flight, by which time he had fallen out with boss Mel Machin.
Yet even today he has no idea why Machin did not like him. He said, "For whatever reason I was in and out of the team, which was difficult for me mentally. Then I was sold to Bournemouth in a deal that saw Ian Bishop join City. Sadly, what should have been a pro career glittered in gold and goals was wrecked through injuries including 4 broken legs and a broken back.
He played for 8 clubs over 12 years but was forced to quit in 1995 at the ridiculously young age of 29. Molden added, "It's a sad tale of suffering a catalogue of injuries and being misdiagnosed.
The medical side of the game is chalk and cheese compared to when I was playing. I broke my leg 3 times before making my first team debut. Of course I have regrets that I didn't go on to fulfill my potential. But looking back, I never had a long enough spell without injury.
I count myself lucky to have had a football career at all. After moving back from Bournemouth to Oldham in 1990, the artificial pitch at Boundary Park caused huge problems for my ankle, so it was just another problem for me. I played for 5 other clubs after Oldham, including a spell in Norway for Molde, but I knew my time in the game was going to be cut short.
It would be an excuse to say I was out drinking and gambling, but that is simply not the case. I was just desperately unlucky. He remained involved in the game, coaching at City's academy, and also made a few appearances for Accrington during the non-league days.
But he then went on to open his own fish and chip shop in Bolton, just a stone's throw from the Bolton Lads Club where his goal blitz and football journey had begun. He ran Paul's Chippy for 23 years, a thriving business, before selling the franchise 2 years ago.
He said, "I loved every moment of the business. Unfortunately, I suffered a brain hemorrhage a few years ago. I'm pleased to report I am fine now, but it was important to step back from the day-to-day involvement."
How to get free bets on football. Paul's youngest son Louis, below, played for City's under-18s and is now at Wolves but on loan at Northampton as a keeper. He made his Cobblers League debut in their 1-1 home draw against Bolton last weekend and played in yesterday's 3-1 win against Bristol Rovers.
Molden has 2 elder sons. Joe is coaching at a US university and Ted is a kitman at Bolton. And Paul said, "I would like to think I have always been there for the boys." Read more SUN stories. Clapback Jamie Lang breaks silence on Backlash as he replaces Jordan North on Radio 1. GREEN goddess Kerry Katona shows off 4-stone weight loss as she strips down to bikini in Spain. Louis is the last one still playing, but football has always been in the family blood and the gene has passed down to the lads.
Lethal. The Extraordinary Life of Paul Molden with David Clayton, Pitch Publishing, £22. 99.